All right, let's go ahead and get started. Project bereavement, death. It's not an easy topic. I think Dr. Jones, again, thank you for putting us in a situation where you put us at a level of comfort that sometimes we need to get out of, so that we are uncomfortable sometimes. And I think death is one of those places for me. I think it is a bereavement and death dealing with it is an issue with men. A lot of men. It's a harder issue to deal with more than women, I believe. We tend to suppress it. We tend to feel that we can just block it out, and I think it is an issue for men. For myself, I am going to talk a little bit about bereavement, what it means to me, and a couple of individuals in my life that I've had to deal with as far as death or loss. Dictionary um, definition of bereavement is a period of mourning after loss, especially after the death of a loved one. Also, a state of intense grief as after the loss of a loved one or desolation or deprivation of loss by force. So, um, I want to say that in bereavement, it doesn't only have to do with death. It may also have to do with the loss of someone that may still be alive. And in my case, we have talked about this before. The loss of mine would be my biological father. We grew up with we, as in me and my twin brother, we grew up with our biological father for a couple of years. I don't know that at 2 years you retain enough knowledge about the person to say that they made a huge impact in your life. But as far as mine, I would have to say that I don't know my real biological father. I don't have any memory of him. He's never tried to contact me. I've never tried to contact him. And so in that case, I want to say it was a loss. And I don't know that it was until more recently that I've actually started thinking about it as a loss, or even, I guess, in a sense, mourning it. The biggest loss for me was my grandfather. This is my grandfather. See if I can do this. Um, this guy. Um, he was my dad. He raised me. That's his wife, my grandmother. They raised me and my brother. My mom was kind of in her wild days when we were children. So my grandparents raised me and my brother, and so he was what I knew as my father. Of course, my mother did end up marrying a man, and he was a stepfather, father figure, I guess. But I think with me, my grandfather was always my father figure. He was my dad. Even though he was my grandfather, I looked up to him as my father. He raised me. So um, I lost him. He died a few years ago, and it was difficult. I didn't I didn't see him much. They lived in Northern California. My stepfather moved us down to Southern California, so we'd visit my grandfather and grandmother and family. All of them are up in the Bay Area. We visit them often, so I did get to see them often. But I remember after him passing, it was difficult. It was a difficult time for me. So that would really be the biggest sense um, of loss that I felt, of bereavement, of what we're talking about in this project, a death of someone very close to us. Um, I've been in situations, as you all know, I've been in the military, so I've been around death. It happens in war. But I don't know that anything affected me as much as the passing of my grandfather did. And it was a difficult time. We moved past it. Uh, I think it's a sense of, I don't know, um, it can be a time where we can actually be happy that he's no longer suffering. He died of Lou Gehrig's. So um, he, I know it sounds cliche, but is in a better place now. Um, and and I believe that. So I'm gonna show you a couple of clips. One of them is how we saw him off, and he was seen off. My uncle was able to put together some dancers. I will show you that. This is the Romero clan. This is the Romero group. This is all of us. Probably not going to be able to see that as well. I'm kind of like in the middle somewhere right there. Down here is his ashes in his box. Um, and you'll see in the clip that the dancers were dancing around him. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna leave it here. I'll close off after. I'm also gonna be playing a song. It's a Spanish song, but I will do the translation in English so you can read along. Really pay attention to the lyrics. For me, it's one of those very powerful songs that really it's one of those things for me where I like to listen to music, and this one is especially um, it's especially it's one of those songs for me that is very special, especially when talking about a loss or a bereavement or even death in this case. So stick around. Let me get the video going. I'll play it and then sign off after that. Thanks. So here's going to be this following clip is going to be the clip of the dancers dancing around my grandfather's ashes with kind of like a little memorial set up for him. So I hope you like it, enjoy it. It would be a way that I wouldn't mind being sent off to the next world as they believe uh, the dancers. Um, it's actually it's quite nice. So I hope you guys like it. Check it out. I'll be right back. So that was the dancers. I thought it was pretty cool. I attended. Kind of wanted to participate if I'm being honest, but that's how they sent off my grandfather to the afterlife. Change the scenery here, but this video thing. Anyways, I promise I'm almost done. Last thing's the song. The song I talked about at the beginning clip. It's a deep song for me. One of my favorites. Take a listen. Hope you like it.
El relojito cucú sonaba, papá besó mi frente, me dijo buenas noches hijito, este grito de amor. Se lo doy al cielo, le pregunto tanto, 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 no contesta nada. Oye, cucú, papá se fue, prende la luz, que tengo miedo. Oye, cucú, papá se fue, prende la luz y apaga el tiempo. Oye, cucú, papá se fue, prende la luz, como lo extraño. Oye, cucú, papá se fue, prende la luz.
All right, what do you guys think? Pretty strong stuff, I would say. Um, Sorry I couldn't make it to class today. For some reason, I got scheduled to work, and I really need the hours right now. I don't think I missed any class, so Dr. Jones, I've never missed a class. But in this case, I'm gonna have to not be in class. But wish I was there. I felt comfortable talking about this. I think I would have felt more comfortable just being around people that I'm really close with, that I've grown close with in class. I think that helps. But not being able to be there still not going to stop me from doing this. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. I hope that that we can grow in these topics, bereavement, wow, death. I hope that we can grow again, that we can seek help if we need help, feeling comfortable around this. I mean, not that death is ever going to be a comfortable issue, but like dealing with people who have lost someone very close to them, I think is going to be important for us. So being able to work past that issue if it's an issue that really affects you. I know it does affect me. I've been talking to a therapist, and one of those things came up is I feel like men just don't really handle death well. I don't think we do. So we've been working on that, and I think it's going to be important for me, but y'all as well. If it's an issue, get some help for it. Not even so much help as in like a disease, but help as in feeling a little more comfortable to be able to speak about it, or at least talk with people who may need your assistance when dealing with the loss. Okay, well, I am going to take off, but thank you again.